Skoolympics to me is more like my baby. It's coming. I've made a complete full circle on where I started. I started here in Lagos State, did my primary and secondary school here, discovered here, nurtured, coached by the best hands, and made my way to the United States of America on a 4-year scholarship. It's only natural that I've come back to give back to a program that is going to bring about the next Mary Onyali. Unfortunately for me, there was no such program as this when I was growing up. I was only discovered through my school inter-house sports and then all the way to the Olympic level. But I'm happy that partner like people like Heritage Bank and the Lagos State and all their sponsors and partners are bringing what used to be very difficult during my days, making it much more easier for athletes to be discovered and trained. So being the ambassador of this program, it's no-brainer because this is what I love to do, and this is where I was. This is how I was discovered. So giving back to them is just something that comes natural to me. Like this commissioner of Lagos State, sports commissioner of Lagos State said, we're going to be having a monthly or bi-monthly mentorship program for these athletes that are discovered, teaching them the nitty-gritties and the deeper aspect of sports. Sports may look simple to the outside, but it's very deep. If you don't direct these athletes properly, they will get missing in the cracks. If you were here, you heard the question that was thrown about the data bank collection of these athletes. This data bank is very important for so many reasons. One, to curb age cheat. Two, to be able to track where these athletes are and be able to redirect them, refocus them in case they start to sway, because they are kids. Secondary school kids are just maturing. They are getting into they are moving from teenage to adulthood. So they need to be properly guided. This is supposed to be a yearly event. This is the inaugural one, and I'm sure after this year, next year they will have another one, and hopefully, by God's grace, we'll have more participation, more sponsors, and it will be more robust than this, because the start of everything is always very difficult, but I'm sure by next year it will pick up more steam. The new innovation is bringing people like me on board. There is nothing like getting the right instruction or the right roadmap from an expert, someone that have been there, done that. I have been, like I said, a program or a product of such program or such development program. So my advice and incentive is definitely needed to help these athletes be better than what I was. My involvement here is not just going out there looking pretty or making sure or just being an ambassador. I am heavily touched because I'm a mother of 2. My kids are also into sports. So I see these children as my kids. So if there's anything I can do to help redirect them on the right path, I think this is just one of the best programs. I have done it all. I was once a student like them. I grew up in this, having the best coaches, which we are going to recommend for them. And after their secondary school years, they will be going into universities. I had a 4-year scholarship offer to go to university in the United States. These opportunities are still there for them. So we are going to guide these athletes on how to follow the track or the pattern that myself and the Ogunkoyas and the Ebunikes followed that made them great. Why discourage them or deny them of the opportunities that are bound out there to help them better their education and sports and talent? Because you all know that our sport is dying. So whatever it is that was done or that we did during my era to make sports and education great, we are about to bring it back to the country and reinvent another aspect of it to make the next generation athletes better than we are.